chapter 5 tells us the story about a young servant. She's a good servant. Every once in a while, the Syrians raided the land of Israel, and in one of these raids, a young girl was taken captive. It is possible that this man Naaman is the one that took this girl and took her captive. This girl became the servant of Naaman's wife. And this little girl lost all that she had in one day. She lost her family. She lost her friends. She lost her dignity. She lost her freedom. But there are two things that couldn't be taken away from that little servant. Nobody could take the God that she loved. And nobody took her faith away from that little girl. Furthermore, we see that this girl had two important things to give to her captors. Forgiveness. She forgave the people that took her captive. And furthermore, she loved them. She had love to give to her enemies. And then she found out that Naaman had leprosy. And she still had more things to give. When apparently she didn't have anything to give, but she offered hope when she found out that her master had leprosy. She gave some words of hope. And these words are so much filled with faith and confidence in God. And she said to the lady, Naaman's wife, "If my master would go to Samaria, there is a man of God, and he will surely be healed from his disease." Now, let me tell you something. Was there hesitation in her words? Was there any doubt in what she said? She didn't say, I think there is a man of God, and I think, maybe if he prays for my master, he may be healed, but I don't know for sure. There was no hesitation. There was no doubt in her mind of what God could do. If my master would go to Samaria and find the man of God, he will surely be healed from his skin disease. Naaman's wife repeated these words to her husband with that same faith and with that same confidence. Naaman took those same words from a humble little servant to his king. And the king, those words of faith were contagious, and the king believed what this little girl had said. And the king said to Naaman, the king of Syria, he said, "Go!" So Naaman went. The king of Israel did not know what a humble servant knew. He did not know that there was a man of God in Israel. He did not believe what the little servant girl believed. He did not believe that God could heal the man Naaman. And Naaman obeyed. He obeyed the command of the prophet. And he went to the Jordan River. He dipped himself in the water 7 times, and the miracle happened. Because right there in the water, he met God. And God touched him and healed him from his disease. We see a little girl, a little servant girl. She loved God so much that in spite of her adverse situation, she only had love in her heart. Love for God, love for people, love for her enemies. She desired the well-being of her enemies. Look at this servant girl. She had no family. She had no friends. She had no country. She had no dignity. She didn't have freedom. She's among pagan people. She's among her enemies. And like Naaman, the little servant girl. She had no influence. She had no financial means. She had no influence. She had no position of power. But she served the Lord. Amen. By serving people. By serving her enemies. Right there where she was. In the midst of her adverse circumstances. This servant girl never lost her faith in God. In spite of those deplorable situations and deplorable circumstances that she was, her devastating situation, she still had room in her heart to forgive and to love her enemies. Who got the glory? God got the glory through the attitude of a little servant girl.